Wow. Woo. Okay. What's the light looking like here? Okay. Yeah, we've had electric doing some things and just a minor delays in the program. And ha 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 ha. And of course, we will be editing this part out. Here we are. Well, hello out there. Woo! Family and friends. Grand rising, grand afternoon, grand evening. Oh, yes. Wherever you happen to be on this most lovely and delightful planet of ours. Honey, yeah. Woo! This is Fantastic Freedom Fridays, y'all. Fantastic because we create the most fantastic story about how we would love for our lives to be. Yes, we do. Freedom. Well, we have the freedom to choose again and again and again. Yes, if we don't like it, we have the freedom to choose again until it suits us, until it runs smoothly. Fridays. Thank God it's Friday, 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 Friday. Hey, ooh. Oh, what y'all doing this weekend? I sure hope you're planning to have some fun in the sun. Fun in the sun. In the sun, the temperature has gone down to a nice, comfortable, I'd say 80, 85 degrees here in Southern California. Because it was 110, honey, last week. The fire's hot. We had a lovely earthquake over here. I think it was 3 or 4 days ago? Yeah, 5.7 on the Richter scale. Happened at 9 a.m. I believe it was Tuesday night. I'm not sure. It wasn't a huge jolt where we are located. It occurred in Lamont, California. Where is that at? I thought, is that Sanford and Son? That Lamont? If you remember, if y'all old enough to remember Sanford and Son, a sitcom back in the, I believe it was 70s. 70s sitcom. Junk man, junk. The son, him and his son own junk, sell junk, and junk. I get later on. I'll tell you a little bit more about why that's so important. I actually looked it up, and it occurred in. It was supposed to be. It was in Watts. I guess is that East LA, somewhere near there. I don't remember. I never lived over there, but lovely show, lovely, funny as all get out. But yeah. Message. It's getting hot, earth shaking, and there are things going on underneath the ground there. Magma moving in the opposite direction. There's a whole write-up on that. You can Google magma. The magma under the earth. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But what is the message for today? Things are changing rapidly, and I think I said once before, please don't be looking at out there and the debates and the presidential elections and all that stuff. There's nothing but mudslinging going on, negative energy. Negative. And those that fixate upon it, where you gonna create that shit in your life? So that's another thing. Anyway, let me first introduce myself. Uh, I didn't rant this time. I'm going to introduce myself, and then we're going to go straight into the subject today. The question, well, was it a question? I think it was just a statement. But anyway, let me introduce myself. And, you know, if you don't know me by now, it's time for you to get to know me. Yes, it is. Yeah. If you don't know me by now, it's time for you to get to really know me. Yes, it is. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Woo. My name is Queen Tierra Calafia Bay del Cristo. My name that was given to me when I was born is Terry Lynn Page. And I still hold that name in honor of my parents because they named me because they knew what my energy was and is. I'm also known as Queen Tierra Calafia Bay del Cristo, a name given to me one piece at a time by many different shamans that I studied with. They all gave me a new name and tacked it on to my original name. That's another story. And guess what? That is a name of royalty. We royalty, baby. Yes, we are. I'm royalty. You royalty. Are you ready to reclaim your birthright and let go of the suffering and struggling? Ooh, kings and queens and royalty, they live very posh. Now, I don't mean that in a self-seeking, self-centered way. When you are royalty, you live beautifully and comfortably. But at the same time, you experience the people and what their plight is. That's finding out how you may best support and uplift them. Yes, yes. So don't get mad, outraged at people that you might see on the street. They might look a little rough, a little dirty. You don't know. They might be angels. You may be entertaining angels unawares, and then you judge them because of what they look like on the outside. I've seen that happen before. There's a lot of stories about that too. Judging them and then find out, oh, they was loaded and they was there to help you. And they said, well, we're not helping you because you're not humble and you're judging. Woo! Gotta watch that one. Anyway, I'm known as Queen Tierra Calafia Bay del Cristo, and I am a spiritual healer, and I assist you in healing your life, coming back into harmony with your soul's true purpose in this lifetime. And I implement various modalities. I offer sound healing, and where I utilize different types of instruments in a meditation to help lift you, clear you, lift you, and assist you in restoring to your original divine blueprint of perfection. Ooh, did I say that? Ooh, wasn't that delicious? Ooh, I can feel it. Okay, and I offer that live sessions and one-on-one sessions. And I also offer the NST, neurosensory technique. And that is a technique that is based on the works of Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Bruce Lipton, and Dr. Greg Braden. Is he a doctor? Is he? You know, I don't remember, but you know what? He should have DR in front of his name if you don't. Anyway, they were known as the Three Amigos. They're doing all of them. Each one is doing their own thing right now, but they used to do workshops together. You can find them on YouTube as well. And the neurosensory technique brings you back into your body because many of us have experienced trauma in our childhood and maybe in past lives. And that is still in the body. That emotion was never processed because, of course, as children, we're not taught any of that. We have an automatic pilot that we must protect from this, from dealing with whatever this incident is at this particular time when it's happening. So, you know, we kind of black out. And I don't mean pass out, some do. But in that process, automatic process, jump out of your body. So you don't have to feel any of that stuff. And many, under the table, under the kitchen table, huddled on the floor, under the kitchen table, some huddled in the corner over there next to the couch, and they stay that way until at some point some counseling therapy is received to assist in processing that trauma and then returning to the body. Many times we're in the body, but certain aspects of us are not in there. And when we're not home, for ourselves like that, then that opens the door. The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And guess what? If you're home, fully at home, he ain't even gonna come to your door. He go down the street around the corner to somebody who's more receptive to that type of behavior. Yeah. So anyway, yes, and I offer that modality one-on-ones and in group sessions. The one-on-ones are a lot more potent, and it's all fun. Everything. There's no seriousness going on in any of these modalities that I offer. Because remember, children learn and heal and restore when it's fun, when it's something that is not a pressure or, and adults learn better when they're having fun too. But the problem with adults is many of us adults don't believe that we should be having fun when we're processing our emotions and moving forward and changing our lives. We believe more in struggle, motivation. Motivation is not spirit motivation. You keep push until you reach the mark. Well, by the time you reach the mark, you're too doggone tired to even enjoy the mark that you reached. Woo, did I say that? Yes, I did. We reach our goals through spirit, through fun and play, which is the angel's way. Gently, lovingly, kindly, through inspiration, not motivation. Inspiration means you're inspired and you act on the inspiration that comes to you, the message, and you do it, and it's like, oh, everything just flows into the next question, the next thing that you need to decide or make a decision upon. But it is not for motivation. Motivation make you old. Ooh, did I say that? Okay. So anyway, that modality, the NST, I offer that in group sessions and one-on-one sessions. And I also offer guided meditations. I do the guided meditations, one-on-ones or mostly group guided meditations. And in fact, I'm going to be moving my guided meditations, the ones that I offer for free, to this platform. It's currently on Facebook. And I'm going to move it here. So all of you here that are more comfortable with this platform can experience Wednesday. I call it Miracle Midweek Meditations. And they will be every Wednesday. And we'll have some lives. I love to do them live. I love doing them live because the energy is it's so beautiful. So anyway, the meditations, personal and group sessions, I offer those as well. And I also offer spiritual card readings, and that's all about the fun. It's all about the fun. There's nothing serious going on in here. And I use different decks of cards, whatever's fun, whatever the spirit inspires to utilize to assist you in answering your question, whatever your questions might be, general questions or specific questions. And that's a lot of fun because cards have a beautiful picture, a backdrop. It makes things a lot more fun and makes the message a lot more clear and easier to digest because it's something beautiful and fun. And I also offer inspirational music CDs. And one of them is Mother Earth Divine. And that was a piece that was inspired from the other side to me, from my mother, who was on the other side, back in 2014, I think it was. Yeah, something I never heard before, and I knew it was her. And it became, fast forward, it became the opening song in my band that I performed. Well, that came together later on because of her, actually. And none of us really realized that until somebody spotted it. Said, "Oh my God, your mother." And something I didn't even know that occurred because I wasn't there. But my friends were. And they said, "Your mother brought us all together." So anyway, that's another thing. My band was called Kirtan Kara, a Pure Bhakti Devotion. And you can find that on YouTube as well. Should be right here on my page, on my channel. Yeah, the videos from my performances. And some of that is a example of what it is that I do individually. Because the band is no longer performing together, and I think the only members, there's three of us still around, but I don't mean like anybody died. People just flew the coop when COVID hit, they flew the coop, So there's just the three of us right here close. Let's see, one, two, three, actually four of us, because my son is one of the members of the group. He played percussion. So anyway, I do digress. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about everything. I offer motivational CDs. Reclaim Your Birthright Self-Empowerment Workout. That is a motivational, inspirational CD, not motivational, inspirational CD. And that has beautiful African music. Some people play it and dance to it. Dance. I do. And fun sound effects and all the tools that go with it for you to have a wonderful and fun, enriching experience. Transforming and renewing your mind. Being transformed by the renewing of your mind. So that's what that's about, self-empowerment. And it is a fun CD. And I offer that on my shop, all the modalities and my products and services. You can find them on my shop, queentiarastreasure.etsy.com. And I have posted that in the description. And yeah, and if you want to know more about what I offer and the different modalities that I use for sound therapy, and my oils, my magical oils. I offer magical oils, and I have a couple of videos on this page, and you'll find here on this platform on my channel. It's a page, a channel. Sorry, Facebook is page. This is a channel, TV channel. Woo! Okay, so you'll find those videos on my channel here on a demonstration on how to use the Lottery Millionaire 888 oil. That seems to be the one that's flying off the shelf a lot faster than the others, I guess, because everybody's more interested in getting some fast cash. Oh yeah, I have, if you don't like the lottery or gambling, so-called gambling, because really when you use the oil and do the meditation that goes with it, you're not gambling, you're hearing what the numbers are. You are putting your mind in the space of receptivity to win every time you play, and win lots of prizes every time you play, because you will be a vibrational match to it. So in other words, my oils, my products assist you in becoming in harmony and in alignment, a vibrational match to what it is that you are requesting from God or the universe. And my oils and all my services and products can be found on queentiarastreasure.etsy.com. And if you have any questions or would like to know more about what I do or what I offer, then you can email me, queentiarastreasure@gmail.com. And that's also posted in the description. Woo! What a lovely day it is. So, what was our question or insight for today? I believe it was, to experience, in order to experience freedom, we must go deeper. And what does that mean? We must go deeper into the divine within. Deeper, especially now when everything is changing and it's not going to go back to the way it was before. In order to move with those changes happening on our planet right now, we've got to go deeper. We've got to go deeper into the divine within, and find out or uncover, who are you really? Who are you really? What is your true passion and purpose in this lifetime, on this planet? And What must you release or let go of in order to thrive in your true passion and purpose? And what is the next step? Yeah, gotta go deeper. And over these past few days, I guess I'd say this past week, I've been moved to move. I don't mean move from where I'm living, but move some stuff, move things out of my storage that I've had for so long, letting go of the past. That's another. We'll look at that in just a few moments. Releasing the past and going through, going through things, letting go, keeping what you need to keep. Most of it is not keepable really for the path that we are have been set to go on. For many of us, a lot of that stuff all of it has to go. But I've learned that. I mean, many people told me in the past when we were um, searching for a new home, we lived in our car. Many people said to me, well, not many. Maybe it sounds like many because I heard it so many times from the same two or three people. You got to let go of that storage. You got to get that stuff out of there and everything. All that said to me was go and just throw out everything and have nothing in order to get something. And I felt like I'm not doing that because that stuff has to be looked through for me to decide what I want to keep, to consciously decide, not from a place of fear or lack, but from a place of I no longer have any use for this. Yeah. And let it go on my terms. Let it go. If it's just throw it out, you haven't let go of anything. You're throwing it out unconsciously. Many people do that. And they go, where's my such and such? Oh yeah. I guess I got to go buy another one or um, find where I can get, conjure up another one. Well, you had it, but you let it, you threw it out because you thought you're supposed to throw out everything because of the belief that you got to throw out everything in order to get something new. That isn't true. I'm here to tell you that's not true. Because I'm on this because I need to explain this to people because people get the wrong idea many times and end up hurting themselves and making more trauma and drama for themselves than necessary. So a lot of the stuff some of the stuff I kept and stuff that I put in the storage, added to it. Oh, you put more stuff in there? No. While we were not with a physical home, I shopped at home goods and other places. Things that I saw in there that I like. Oh, I would love this in my new living room. This leopard, yeah, my leopard thing. Leopard, leopard, that's my thing, leopard. And so I bought leopard print pillows and different stuff that caught my eye, caught my fancy. Took pictures of stuff I was going to buy later when I got my place. And fast forward, when we did land in our luxury department in the sky, third floor, I had all the things I needed. I even had a couch there that someone gave me, a lovely friend from my Buddhist group that gave me her couch when she was moving someplace else, and I put it in my storage. So, oh, you collecting stuff here? No, no, no. When I got here, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I had the most delightful friend that I had met before the lockdown, and we lost contact. And when we finally got the place, I found him in the store. He said, "Where you been?" I said, "Where you been?" And then I was like, "I need some help moving. I got a place, and I thought I need somebody to help me move." He said, "Okay," and he came out and he helped us move. And that couch is right there behind me. There it is. And my leopard print pillows, they're on my bed. And a lot of the other things that in that place of faith, people say, "Why are you buying that stuff? You don't have no place to live." I said, "Oh, yes, I do. I might not know what it is yet, but yes, I do." And then the furniture that I needed, oh, well, most of it, the other stuff, the computer I'm talking to you on right now, came from a lovely friend, a lovely minister from my church who had let go of lots of her stuff that I had never seen before. She said, "What you need, child? What you need? Make a list." And honey, there it was. Her furniture, she said or something. She put it out and nobody would take it. I said, that's because it was mine. So I had them bring it over here, and big screen TV too, that came from her too. All of it, we have the same taste, which I did not know. She's leopard and black. I did not know that. And so most of the stuff that we needed came from her. And the stuff that I put away came here. And then, of course, so I have more that I want to go ahead and sort out. I began that last week. Refrigerator that we used to use in our apartment, me and my mom and my son, and which was very dear to us because we acquired it in a most mystical way when I was under the tutelage. I guess you would call him, he's a shaman. Yeah, that I trained at his, trained with his organization. He told me a few things. He said, da, 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 da. I said, okay. And when I implemented it, boom, there it was. Even the words were spoken, came back. And the refrigerator, we got a nice big refrigerator. It was not an apartment size, so it stuck out a little bit. But I put it in the storage when we moved, and it's been there for the longest. And I'm like, you know what? I finally got the call with a message. It said it's time to clear out and clean out. And now from a conscious place, it's already begun. And even the guy that came to get the refrigerator last week from my storage, he said, good luck on your move. I'm like, really? And then I said to myself, really? Moving on forward. Okay, on that lovely note, yes, we've got to ask, what is it do we need to let go of? And I don't use the word get rid of because that sounds like it's unconscious. Release. That means it's peacefully released. It's not like somebody's pulling it away from you saying, you got to get rid of this. And in my past, I will explain in my past, we have lost stuff from our storages and from our apartments because of our low consciousness level. In other words, it had to be taken from us in order for us to move and move forward. It had to be forced from us, me and my mom. And my son wasn't around back then. It was when I was younger. So I'm like, okay, we're not doing that this way because I'm in control. I'm in the pilot seat. I decide when and what goes. Not it's being forced because you're being kicked out of someplace. That was a trauma. That's one of my traumas that I have processed, and it's still processed. There's always layers. It doesn't go away. It's just how you respond to it and how you process whatever comes to the surface. And that was all poverty mentalities. That was all, I'm going to hold on so in case I lose this and lose that, I don't want to lose this, don't want to lose that, I'm going to hold on tightly to it. And when you hold tightly onto anything, you do lose it anyway because you're smothering it, you're squeezing it. So I did learn from my mother, whom I love dearly, how to live in poverty. We didn't live in poverty, but how to make poverty-minded decisions. Learned that. And some of the trauma came from that, getting kicked out of apartments because couldn't pay rent, all these other things. Ended up in the car and staying with friends that was not very nice and all that kind of stuff. I repeated some of that until I woke up. I had a lovely teacher that I was sent to. Actually, the lady that gave me all this furniture sent me to one of her students who had been through the same thing, but twice with her kids. And she set me straight because she'd overcome all of that. She just overcome another part of it just recently. I think it was in the last year. So another layer of the mentality that kept her in bondage. But yeah, she got with me, helped me transform my mind, my thinking, and everything. And within, let me see. She started working with me April 1st of 2021. And then it was May. May 15th or 18th. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, somewhere around there is when we got the keys to our new place. After running around, I'm not going to say running around, experiencing not having a home, a physical home, for almost 3 years. Place to place, all this wandering in the desert, basically. Got to go wander in the desert. And it wasn't just 40 days and 40 nights for us. It was 3 years. Until the message to the right person, when the student is ready, the teacher shows up. I was ready. I'd done Neville Goddard's work, Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, Bruce Lipton's work, as well as being a part of a church that is Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes, but it still wasn't landing yet. But finally, well, when I got Whitfield, I'll put it this way: the church people, they did so many things to try to get it through to me and change my consciousness for me to, and it's like I wasn't getting it. So it had to be a sojourn in the desert on my own until I awakened. People can't get you to awake if you ain't ready to be awake. And those who are watching me now are obviously awake. They're awake now, okay, to the stirrings of your being and wanting to grow. Because we never stop growing. That doesn't we always continue until we're at that level where we can bilocate, trilocate, be here, pop over in the other dimensions with your body, not meditation, and then your astral travel. Anybody can do that. I'm sorry, did I say that? Yeah, anybody can do that, consciously or unconsciously. But when you take your body with you to do these things and then pop it back in, sound crazy, don't it? But that's what we're truly able to do. And a lot of things of the society have dumbed us down for ages upon ages and eons, so we wouldn't remember who we truly are and our true power. To be the master of our energy and the master of our own destiny. You can't control people when they know who they are. Did I say that? Oh, yes, I did. So, we self-regulate. We choose. We have the freedom to choose what we wish to experience. That's power. We have our imagination, as Neville Goddard talked about. That creates everything. Everything is in the imagination before it lands here. Singular imagination, collective imagination. That's what created all the stuff on the planet. Collective imagination, imagining in directions that don't serve humanity. However, there is good in everything. So it does serve different parts of humanity to tell us to wake up and remind us that we are our own masters. And with power we have, where two or more gathered, there is the divine in the midst of them. Ain't no stopping us now. Ain't no stopping us now. We on the move. Yeah. So on that note, this wonderful card, the goddess Pele, the goddess of passion. Okay? Lots of stuff going on the planet now. We got earthquakes, got stuff shaking under the ground. I think there's volcanic eruptions going on. But Pele is about your passion. And she says, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? That's the card I pulled in my spread. Actually, I've been pulling it quite often. She had to come in upside down the other day to let me know, did you hear what I said? Whenever the cards are upside down, that means they told you before. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what we said? Like, whoa. So I'm going to read this, Goddess Pele, and what her message is for those with ears to hear and eyes to see. And